we've seen a lot of capsule collections in this hour and so much more to come. In this moment, we're going to be talking about Susan's inspired collection. So it's pieces inspired by Susan's beautiful artwork that we've been kind of mentioning here and there throughout the show. So this super silky chiffon topper is light as a feather. I mean, the print is just this really exquisite watercolor design. And I love all of this beadwork that comes right down the middle. It's just open front cardigan, so you never have to worry, or open front topper, I should say. That is just absolutely gorgeous at a clearance price of $47.99. You're saving $18 today. Can't believe I'm gonna say this, it's $16 on Easy Pay today. That's all you're going to need. I can't believe that, Beth, for how beautiful, just the beadwork alone, how perfectly done this is. A641731, this is your mandarin. We have deep teal, and then we have neutral. Not many to go around in this deep teal. And I would love if we're going to talk all the details, and then we can go through each one and maybe talk a little bit more about the choice of beadwork on each one, and of course all of the different colors that are mixed beautifully together. And so you have on that deep teal. Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I mean it is stunning. It is stunning. It's an easy open front, but it's a little bit caftan vibes. You know, this could be your swim cover up also. It is taken directly from Susan's artwork. So if you look carefully in the print, and I know it's probably harder to see on me, but you can almost see like trees in the print. There's lots of use of color. There's overlapping of color, sort of like a stamp design. That's what the inspired collection is all about. We've been talking about how Susan really incorporates her artwork into the entire collection, the entire line, but inspired are those pieces that take directly from pieces of art that Susan has created to make these unique, special pieces on the lightest weight, silkiest chiffon with that easy drape. It's just like a breeze to wear. And then, oh, look at you. See, you have just a white tank like me, black pant like me, and then you pop this on, and this is like a scarf, like an accessory, just bringing this beauty and life. If giving you some arm coverage, if that's what you're looking for, giving you a little bit of length coverage, if that's what you're looking for. And then the beadwork is just the icing on the cake. You have all of this intricate beading. So it's on the front placket, starts up at the shoulder line, and then all the way down. Not only does it sort of anchor the placket to kind of keep this in place, because this is an open front, but it's all of this chevron detail of these tiny little beads that, I mean, you don't see any of the threads because the placket is finished on the reverse side as well. So it's all encased in there. But I can't even imagine what it took to create this in terms of the manufacturing process. It is absolutely incredible. And thank you for that close-up, because you can almost see like one of the trees there in that shot, in that beautiful print. So we are saying for this hand wash and line dry. I'll be honest, I don't hand wash anything in my life. I don't have time for that. So I put this inside a little mesh bag on the delicate cycle in the washing machine. And then of course, line dry, you might need to give it a little steam. I mean, it's drama, right? You're getting a little bit of length. The points that come down, it dips down a little bit in the back and just flows as you move. It is so stunning.
It's giving me a little bit of old Hollywood. A little bit of this.
Yeah.
There's something about this that I just love. So 29.5 to 35.5 inches is your length. I just appreciate a good piece that, you know, can be worn over a bathing suit, worn over a tank top, just kind of like a nice finisher that has those little extra details. Like, she didn't even have to do that. It would have been beautiful on its own without the beadwork, but there's something about the beadwork that gives it that very high-end boutique kind of feel, and it's just so perfectly done.
Yeah.
Also, I appreciate the color choices, because at a, you know, at this clearance price, $47.99, if you wanted to get more than one, all of them kind of have their own little, you know, personality. We only have like 30 seconds, but maybe we could just quickly touch on each of these. So we have mandarin. And how many colors would you say are in here, roughly?
I don't know. I mean, I see in the one I'm wearing at least 5 or 6. So yeah, you're getting a nice mix of colors in there. Of course, the mandarin is what is the overall vibe, but there's even looks like corally pinks in there as well, and that soft creamy shade. Like, this is just It's amazing.
It is. And then it even has like down the placket, those white buttons that are coming down, or I should say pearl, kind of coming down the middle, which I love. And then deep teal.
Same here.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Same thing
and you
with
even have
beads.
the bronzy shades in there and the dark indigo shades in there, as well as the beautiful creams. A lot of colors to pull out. Maybe you want to pop a tank or pop a dress underneath this. We have a fabulous dress coming up in the show. Set of two.
Yeah.
Set of two dresses. This would be a great option.
Ooh, that would be really pretty. And then, of course, the neutrals.
Here's my dress.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to keep these on the side so we can kind of mix and match. Here's your neutral option, A641-731. Give us a call to place your order, 800-500-7590. And we are officially halfway through the show at the top of our last hour. So welcome in if you're just joining us. And if you've been watching the last hour, thanks so much for hanging out with Beth and I. We've been having a great time, lots of clearance items. We have some It List items.